left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. 1 phone.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check, go.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Conrad. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Check 53. Hey, watch the slant. Shoot.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slant. Switch. Check 13. Check 13.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
81, 81. Hey, dude. Hey, I'm coming.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get it.
From the gun, Conrad. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Conrad. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Conrad. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. He gets away from 1. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally,
blitz coming, and down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Wentz on third down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On play action, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, third down here. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
55. I hope you brought your lips because I'm about to take it. Hey. 55 is my guy, 55. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Conrad. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Back to throw. Conrad. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Looking to throw. Conrad. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard
90,
line.
Wolf. What we got? What we got? What we got? Switch, switch, switch. 80 weapon. Five.
From the gun, Conrad. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Waiting. All day, every day, any day.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Wentz. The open man here, Renfro. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 3, check 3.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards for him on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw on 2nd down. Conrad. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A final shot before break. Conrad going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
And it's 3rd down.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Lion, 74.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back him up 5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on second down. Conrad got an open man. It's Harmon. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
SOS. Check 43. Tight dog. Check 99. Check 15. Check.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on second and 10. Wentz looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Bring it up.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53. Check, 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 check. Kill.
They run with Harris, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
53 is the mark. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
2nd and 11. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 4 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
X3, 218, jump.
On the delay, here's Harris. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's taken down inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check. Sunday. Watch it.
Protein spill.
Check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They run with Harris. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 37-yard line.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. To throw on 3rd down, Conrad. He's going to launch it for Washington. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Bengals, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5.